Hey guys, I'm Carissa Wright, broker associate at Beach City Brokers here in Redondo Beach. So let's talk a little bit about the cost of living in Redondo Beach. If you've been thinking about moving here to Redondo, I'm going to go through home purchase prices, rentals, as well as some other expenses that you can expect to have. To start, if you are unfamiliar with Redondo Beach, I would recommend checking out my other video series where I break down the difference between North Redondo and South Redondo because those areas come into play in terms of pricing. So let's dive on in. Let's talk about average home price. So if you're looking at Redondo Beach on a whole, single family homes, again, I'm not talking about townhouses or condos. So if you're looking at the average sized single family home as well as the average price, we're looking at around 3 bedroom, 3 bath, around 2,000 square feet. And for all of Redondo Beach, you're looking at an average home price of $1,700,000. Now, if you look at South Redondo, we go up in price. So $2,160,000 is the average cost of a single family home. Again, 3 bed, 3 bath, around 2,000. And for North Redondo Beach, we go down a little bit. So you're looking at $1,430,000. So pretty big difference between South Redondo average and North Redondo average. Now let's break that down further. Let's look at how much your mortgage would cost. Let's start with the 1.7 number. So you purchase a home for $1,700,000. Let's just say you put 20% down, which is $340,000. You are looking at a monthly mortgage of $8,750 around. And this does include tax and fees, so your property taxes. What are property taxes? How much are they in Redondo Beach? Really important question, get asked all the time. As of right now, property taxes in Redondo Beach are around 1.1% of your assessed value. And assessed value, that gets a little bit confusing, but just to keep it simple, if you buy your house for $1 million, then the assessed value at that time is going to be $1 million. Now let's talk about renting. So maybe you're not quite ready to buy, you want to move here, you're going to rent for a year or two, get settled, figure out where you want to be. If you're looking at the same size home, around 3 bed, 2,000 square foot, you're looking at an average of about $6,400. Again, this is going to change whether you're in North Redondo or South Redondo, the same way it did with sales prices. So in South Redondo, this number is going to be a little higher, and in North Redondo, it's going to be a little bit lower. Other expenses, I don't really want to dive a lot into utilities because, in my opinion, if you're spending $6,500 to $8,500 or more, the utilities are kind of not a huge number. You have your Edison, your electric payment, you have SoCal Gas, water, cable, and internet. Southern California Edison, you can do a tiered system. So depending on your home's usage, you have 3 tiers. It's 26 cents per kilowatt per hour. On tier 1 goes to 34 cents and then 42 cents on tier 3. So the less power you're using, the less energy you're using, the lower your bill would be. I would say most families on average are maybe looking at around 100, 150 tops a month. Unless you've got like 5 refrigerators and you leave the lights on all the time. Again, as we all know, electricity comes down to usage. Same thing with gas. I would say most families, except for like maybe during the winter when you're running your heater a little more, you're probably looking at maybe about 50 to 100 on average. Water, same thing, $30 to $50 unless you're watering your plants every single day, which hopefully you aren't. And then cable and internet, same thing. I think that those are probably pretty consistent in other places. Just depends again on what services you're getting. One huge area where you can be saving money, in my opinion, especially if you're moving from somewhere like Santa Monica or San Francisco, some of these larger, more expensive cities, is with the schooling. One of the huge benefits of living in the South Bay is our amazing public school system. And Redondo Beach Unified is ranked 17th in the state according to niche.com. So right there, you're saving thousands of dollars if you currently have your kids in private schools. Preschools are not free around here, but in my opinion, they're a little bit more affordable than some of the bigger cities. So some people I hear pay like $2,500 for private preschool. Here you're looking at maybe about like $800 to $1,100 depending on how often your child goes, number of hours, and what the program is. But that is one way to save if you're coming from a big city down to the South Bay. If you're coming from somewhere a little bit more rural, then that price is probably more than what you're used to. So again, this is all about where you're coming from and what your current situation is. Lastly, median income. So according to the 2019 census, the average income for an individual in Redondo Beach was $62,000, and for a household, you're looking at $113,000 on average. These are the main costs of living in Redondo Beach. Again, thank you so much for checking out my video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me or leave it in the chat, and please subscribe. Thanks so much.